Yes, sir. We're back with another edition of Fast Break Bets presented by BettingPros. You know me, know the voice of the guys. Me, really raw, villain raw, Terrell Furman Jr. here at your service. I mean, I just don't even know where to start. I mean, we could start with the Knicks.
Bing bong.
Or we could start with the historic toilet. I don't even know what to call it that I'm on right now, but the picks right now. And I would love to say that, oh, I just started the WNBA season wrong and I'm going to bounce back and all of that. But this, you know what? I brought that on myself because I low key I started to cool off right before the season started. And in that moment, I should have realized that I wasn't seeing the board correctly. And I should have scaled back at that point because it was bad. If you remember, right before WNBA started, it random reverse sweep in the NBA after going on a heater, and then it's all been downhill. I mean, I don't even want to talk about all of this. Like that, like nothing potentially has gone my way over the past Thursday, Friday. No, really before that. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I mean, that's 5 days. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's 4 days. 4 days that has been bad. Bad 4 days in a row, man. After I mean, I'm glad that I had the hot streak before that because it makes this not as worse, but like all that work gone. Poof, poof, just like that over the course of the weekend. Not gonna get it back quick though. Just throwing the recap on the screen so everybody can see. It's a number of stuff like Nafisa Collier had 23, Clark had 20, 21, something like that. Isaiah Hartenstein had 17 points and rebounds in 17 minutes. I mean, if it's not a blowout, Isaiah Hartenstein gets there. If it's not a blowout, Nafisa Collier gets there. A couple of these plays were just horrible, though. The Dream play was horrible. The Aces, everything Aces was horrible. Camila Cardoso was a good play. They just stopped going to her. That was annoying. Shout out to Cat, by the way. Shout out to Cat for being the dub in the list. And I see that, towards the end, the Lynx team total over gets there. And I felt really good about that play. So, like, I realized where mistakes were made. I realized where things were kind of a little bit out of my control. But just, man, I mean, the dark cloud that just randomly popped up above my head here is just really, 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 really bad. That sound worse than the Seattle showers over there. Called them showers because they started their season getting blown out again. But yeah, very much worse than the Seattle showers over there. This dark cloud that's just over my head. So I'm ready to get this out of here. Let's talk about a couple of plays I have for you in the lone WNBA. And honestly, is that the lone? I don't even know. There's no NBA game on either. So the lone basketball game here on a Monday. But I have to remind you about the player prop contest that's going on. There's the second round prize, the Tony Parker signed jersey. We will be having a third round prize, and we will be having a grand prize of an Allen Iverson signed 76ers jersey for the main prize of this contest. All you have to do is get over here to that Betting Pros app or bettingpros.com/playoffs and compete. Just go pick player prop picks in the NBA playoffs, and you continue to do that over and over and over. It's completely free again, and you'll have a chance to win the third round prize, which hasn't been announced yet. But that grand prize, oh, that is a Allen Iverson signed jersey, and it's not over. It's not over. So get in the contest and try today. All right. I have one game to talk about in the WNBA. That is the Seattle. Calling them the Seattle Showers again. If you were here last season, they've lost their name again. Shout out to the Seattle Showers. Look at that. Listen to that. How pretty does that sound? Nice little pretty raindrops, birds in the background, all sweet, all rain. Not nothing terrifying like a thunderstorm. Absolutely not. However, they're on the road going to play the Dallas Wings here. Seattle's laying 3, 164.5 is total. So, from what I saw, I had a very real, and I think that a lot of things that went wrong, I kind of I was like, okay, if I'm wrong, this is how it's gonna go. And it just turned out I was wrong, and it went exactly how it was gonna go. I thought that if Seattle did not look good against Phoenix, and if they lost that game, it's because they struggled to score. I felt like Seattle would be a solid defensive team. I really thought they were going to be one of the best defensive teams, but they weren't able to score the basketball at all. They couldn't get anything going. And the only player that was really able to get going there was Skylar Diggins, and she just came off of the unrivaled stint, been working out, playing a lot more usually, and she's just come in the season really, really in shape. She was very much locked in. She was shooting the ball really good and unrivaled as well too. So the scoring load right there wasn't surprising for me of Skylar Diggins and what she was able to do against Phoenix. And we know that her beef with the Phoenix Mercury, so she got up for that spot. I kind of disappointed that I didn't play her points and assists in that first game, but I'm gonna play it here. Give me Skylar Diggins over 23.5 points and assists. I think that what I saw in the first game is the ball is always in her hands. I trust her to be the playmaker because she kind of has to. They don't really have that ball dominant guard besides her that they could kind of just trust all the time to continue to run the offense, make plays, get to the basket herself, be able to score, get to the free throw line. Like I think Skylar Diggins can do all of that here. And they're going up against the Dallas Wings team that still doesn't look good defensively. Gave up 99 points to the Minnesota Lynx in that first game. Now the Lynx offense is really, really good. And I think that's the issue why I didn't take Seattle for the game here is I'm a little bit concerned of what's the trade-off here. Seattle's offense is really bad, but Dallas's defense is really bad. So is Seattle still going to be able to score, or is Seattle's offense so bad that they're still not going to be able to score despite how bad Dallas's defense is? So that's the thing that I don't really. It's not enough games, and I haven't really felt like I have a gauge on what it is or what's going to give here. Is Dallas's poor defense going to allow Seattle to run the score up, or is Seattle's anemic offense just going to be horrible enough and they're not going to be in the game? So I'm gonna trust the player props. I like Skylar Diggins to be able to get it done. Skylar Diggins over 23.5 points and assists. That is what I'm going for on the Seattle Storm side of ball. Talk about the Dallas Wings side of ball in just a second. But gotta remind everybody to go get down on Skylar Diggins and a lot of other WNBA plays over there. Bet365, shout out to Bet365 for one, just being a fan of the W. I mean, this has been years that they have been giving out more obscure props. They've been giving out more opportunities for ladders with the player props that they have. All of that, like Bet365 has been very, very supportive with the W in the past. I can say that, especially giving out players that I feel like a lot of books weren't giving out at first. Bet365 was doing that. So shout out to Bet365. Make sure you take that cash over there and bet the WNBA this season. BettingPros.com/bet365, where you can take $5 and you can get up to $150 in bonus bets over there at Bet365. Use that link bettingpros.com/bet365. That's bettingpros.com/bet365. And once again, new customers can bet just $5 and get $150 in bonus cash using that promo code bet365 bettingpros.com/bet365. And you just got to deposit at least $10. 21 and older only, must be present in Arizona, Colorado, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kentucky, Louisiana, North Carolina. Raise up. New Jersey, Ohio, Tennessee, Virginia. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-BETS-OFF if you live in Iowa. Terms and conditions apply. All right, let's get into it. Second play here for you today. Let's go with Arike. Arike Ogunbowale over 18.5 points here. So they're playing the Seattle Storm. And these games with Seattle have been high pace in the past. Despite Seattle being a solid defensive team in years past, not all the time, but in multiple times in years past, they've been really solid defensively. They've always played a high paced game against the Dallas Wings, and it kind of just continues to go that way versus this team. And so I'm very interested in a new look Dallas Wings team that says that they're going to be more active defensively, and it's early in the season. They haven't been there yet. I'm curious if this is high pace, a lot of points, but Arike's been very good. I mean, she's had 40-point games against this team. She's had a lot of 20-point games. She's in fact been over this line in 4 of her last 5 against the Seattle Storm here. And so I think this is another one. Again, Paige, second game. I think that she's gonna get more comfortable. I think the offense will get more comfortable. Even Arike Gumawale on a terrible shooting percentage can kind of crawl her way to 20 points in this game. And I think that that's something that she'll be able to do is one, be able to crawl herself, get to the free throw line. Even if she's not efficient, still the free throws are enough to be able to help her get over this line. And then if she's efficient, I mean, we're going to soar over this. So I like Arike Gumawale here. 18.5 points. I think it's a pretty solid matchup because I'm not as concerned about the guard depth for the Seattle Storm as I am the front court. And so I think that maybe should be able to get a couple of step back threes here. Couple of threes will really make this a lot easier on us as well if she's able to be efficient from 3. But she's had big games against Seattle Storm in the past. I think she can have one more here in a game where I think that she's going to be more serious because she doesn't want to start her season off like they did last year. And maybe they will, maybe they won't. But I think that she's going to be locked in and try to avoid as much as anything resembling last season as possible. So I think we see a lot more scoring from Arike here. Almost got over it in that first game. I think she gets over it here facing a lot worse of a defense than the Minnesota Lynx. So I will take Arike Gumawale to go over 18.5 points. Okay, let's dig out of the hole. It's okay. I'm not worried. Things, dark cloud, go away. Sunny days are on the horizon. I'm just glad the W's back because we've had some good games. There weren't some duds, but we've had some good games. So I'm just glad that we're back here. All right. Skylar Diggins over 23.5 points and I said rebounds there. I'm sorry. That is not points and rebounds. That's points and assists. Please make sure you're listening and you're not just going and there's probably some people that are just scrolling over and looking at this. I hope they realize that this is points and assists and not points and rebounds. I'm sorry, typo there, fraudulent slip. And then we've got Arike Gumawale to go over 18.5 points. So those are the 2 plays that I am doing today. Skylar Diggins over 23.5 points and assists, and Arike Gumawale over 18.5 points. All right. With that, I'm at reallyBro__. Make sure you give me a follow on X at BettingPros on X and TikTok at BettingPros NFL on Instagram and YouTube.com/BettingPros, where you can subscribe, leave a comment, have a chance to win that really cool Dennis Rodman side jersey, Bulls jersey at the end of the month. So make sure you do that. All right. With that, that's it. Nothing else to say. Nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast. Just going to like this. Oh, I didn't play this. Why didn't I play this? I should have played this because that was a horrible weekend.
How about if you sweep it out?
What's the point?
Oh, wait. It's not playing.
I can't do
Why is it not
anything
playing?
right.
Why is that
You'll
not
be
playing? Okay. I don't know why that's not working. Well, all right. No, say nothing else. Do another way of ending the podcast. Just going to like this. We are out of here.